The third open and slightly less convicted type of open is the open rejection reversal. Now again, it's a slightly less convicted open than the test drive and the open test drive. We tend to trade in one direction before running into opposite side activity, or for instance, in the graphic depiction, the first one, you can see we open, market tries to move, sort of higher, and then it runs into very aggressive, sellers that initiate aggressive shorts. Now, note, once it runs into these aggressive other side time frame players, they then very quickly take advantage of those prices and reject and reverse, the initial movement. Note, when we do see an open rejection reversal, there is a lower probability of a trend day and a higher probability of a symmetrical balanced day type. So again, this is why we discuss the various open types, because they give us sort of early identification as to how the day may play out, but also what sort of strategies we'd be able to employ over the day. Again, what I just want to point out, if you look at the volume profile, you'll see the market sort of opens, and in the initial balance, we can see the market sort of tries to drift and move lower. It then runs into some, not just responsive buying, but a very aggressive initiative buying, and the market very quickly rejects and reverses in the opposite direction. However, we do then for the rest of the day begin to balance out, and what we can see here is just a traditional sort of P-shaped type profile, which is also known as a short covering type day. Note again, confidence in the reversal, is seen by a lack of overlap in the TPO. So again, what we mean by that is if you can see the K and the L prints, they move lower, and the M print almost takes out the entire, sort of initial range, and that's the reversal that is seen at this open. When we do see that, we do want to look for a continuation of that reversal initially until we run into responsive other time frame players. Note again, the trade works once we're above the open. So once we start to print above that opening price, that is when it becomes suggestive of a potential for an open, rejection reverse. And note, there's a high probability once we take out that open to continue auctioning higher. Examples of what we would look for as early identifiers would be TPO tail. So as you can see in the volume profile, we have the tail there, as well as obviously where we close on the previous day, or where the market is trading in terms of trade location. A lot of the time the market can open very far away from not just where it should be opening, but where fair value is, and a lot of the time when we see this, we do tend to get these open rejection reverse. Let's now turn our attention to the last of the opens, which is the least convicted open trade type we get.